Hello, welcome back to some red, white, and blue racing. So I'm working on a 1984 replay, as most of you know, and having some excitement. So the last four races, Bill Elliott has won. So I find that to be kind of incredible. So I thought I would broadcast this fifth race to see if he could win five in a row. I know the chances are slim. I was a little sorry I didn't record his fourth victory. uh, I didn't think he'd win that one. So anyway, you can see our standings. Again, these points are mine. 20 for a win, 10 for the top group, 5 for the middle group, 2 for finishing in the bottom group, 1 if you were in the race but didn't finish, and then an extra 2-point bonus if you were ever in the lead any point in the race. If you won the race, you don't get the bonus, you just get the 20 points. So that's kind of how I do my points. So obviously it's weighted a little heavier for winning races, and so obviously Elliott's won the last four, so that's 80 points. So he has jolted up to first place. You can see Darrell Waltrip, who the last race finished in the top group and was in first place, had a pretty good race. He's at 166. Dale Earnhardt, who won the first two races of the season and has yet to win another one, is third. And then those are kind of the top three. And then you can see Labonte, Gant, Bodine, Cale Yarborough, who is not racing today. He was in the race, but through the TV week, or the race week, he was in a wreck and was a little injured and wasn't able to race this week. So I am doing the race week just to keep things interesting. Deviates a little bit from reality, but that's okay. It makes it more fun, at least for me. So Richard Petty is the highest points guy without any wins. I've been rooting for Richard. At this point, he had won two races in the season, and it was already up to his 200th, which I think was his last. I think he only had 200, but again, that's like 100 more than just about anybody else, except for I can't remember the guy's name, but Pearson, I think. So at any rate, that's kind of where our standings are. So I've already done the race week. So let me get here to the table. This is the race we're doing is the Talladega 500 here at the Alabama International Motor Speedway. It's a 50-turn race. This is the second race here at Alabama Speedway. The first race in my replay was won by Darrell Waltrip, who also has our pole position today. And like I said, the big things in the TV week was Cale Yarborough was in an accident and was not able to participate this week. 40 racers total, and we've got our TV guys there. Obviously, Elliott was TV, so we will take it from here. So I think Darrell Waltrip has had a number of pole positions. He's won two races this year. He won his two in a row, and oddly enough, Dale Earnhardt won his two in a row, and then Elliott's won four in a row. So a lot of hot streaks going on in this here replay. So, all right, without further ado, let's get started. So, again, a 50-turn race. We will start here with number one. And that's going to be middle group 10. 10 is the reflex quality, and I always forget to get my tokens out to help me keep my place. All right, reflex in the middle group. So Marcus has the reflex. His pedal is a 3, and 6 is too high. Dale Earnhardt, who won this race in real life, has a 6 on his pedal, or a 5 rather. A 1, however, is on the blue die, is not going to beat anybody in the top group, as everybody gets a 1-point bonus. Tim Richmond has the reflex. His pedal's 4. And again, a 1's not going to beat anybody. Joe Ruttman has the reflex. He's a 4. And he's going after 4 with a 3. That's not enough to beat Terry Labonte. Bill Elliott, our star of the race, is a 5. And he gets a 6, so maybe his luck's going to turn in this race. Ricky Rudd with a 5 on his pedal. Ooh, that's a 6-6, so he's going to take over Ronnie Thomas's spot at number 7. Thomas drops down to 10. And Clark Dwyer, the last guy with the reflex, he gets a 5, and he needs a 3. So that's it for turn 1. Nothing earth-shattering there. Ricky Rudd moves into the top group, so turn number 2. And that's 3-8. That's going to be the middle group again. And I flipped it, but it was a 3. So 3-8. 8's the control. Dave Marcus with the control is a 3. He gets a 1 going after 2 with a 3. 1, 2, and that's going to be enough to move Bonnet. Bonnet's not had a great year. He is 11th in points. He does have 1 win, but he will be moved with just a 3. So Dave Marcus moves up into 3rd position. 1, 2, yep, he didn't have the control. If he'd had the control, he'd have been all right. Dale Earnhardt again's a 5. And he gets a 5, goes after 2 with a 2, and that's not enough to get Marcus. So Marcus able to hang on to what he gained there. Richard Petty, again, been rooting for him. Not had a great year. See, this is a super speedway, so his pedal goes to a 5. And he's going after number 6 with a 5, and that'll be enough to move Ricky Rudd. So Rudd drops back to the middle. Richard Petty moves up to the top group. Again, 8, we're after control. J.D. McDuffie has a 3. Gets a 4. That won't do it. Bill Elliott needs a 5. And he's going after 5 with a 2. And that's going to be enough to move Jerry Bowman, who was lucked into the bubble group because we didn't have enough people to fill that spot. So he qualified very high, but Elliott able to overtake him. Ronnie Thomas with a 3, gets a 6. Trevor Boys from Canada, who needs a 3, and he gets a 2, going after 3 with a 3, and that's going to be enough to get Bodine. So Trevor Boys moves up to 4th with the 48 Chevy, and that's the last one with control. So that'll do it for turn 2. And we're hanging in the middle group here. Middle group 7. That's going to be the star quality. Neil Bonnet has it. He's got a 5 pedal. Gets a 3, going after 5 with a 3. And that won't be enough to get Bill Elliott. Dale Earnhardt with another chance to move up, and he will. He's going to move Petty out of the way. So Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator, moves up into 7th, and Petty, Richard Petty, just having a rough year, drops back to 18th. A.J. Foyt has the star, unfortunately for him. If he doesn't get a 2 or less, he's out of the race with that red triangle. And he gets a 3. And the chip you cannot use for a problem, which is what that is. So, all right, so Foyt will be the first one out of the race with the red triangle on turn number 3. That red triangle, you don't usually last very long. All right, so what are we looking for here? 7 is the star. None of those fellas have the star. Phil Parsons, a rookie, has it. He gets a 2. He's going after 2, or 6 rather, with a 2. That's not enough to move Dale Earnhardt. And that's the last person with the star. So let's move up here. Let's see, that wasn't a yellow. So Mark Stahl will need a 2 or 1. Gets a 4. Gerhardt's got the red triangle. So if he doesn't get a 1 or 2, he's out of the race. He gets a 2. How about that? So he's able to move up into the middle group and stay in the race. I'll pause this while I move people up. All right, that'll do it for turn number 3. So Terry Labonte actually won the points this year. He's in 4th place, but he's about 33 points behind. So he's looking for a good race here, as he's had 1 win so far. All right, so turn number 4. And we finally get a top group 9. 9 is the TV, so that's Bill Elliott. See, Waltrip's not a TV, so a 4, 5, or 6 will move him. And that's a 4, so Elliott is in first place. So how about that? Elliott going for win number 5. So we're on turn 4, number 9, Elliott. All right. And then Terry Labonte is the other one. No, Elliott is a TV, obviously, so we need a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, need a 6 on the blue die. And that won't cut it. Got a 6 on the red die. And so that's the only ones with the TV. So that'll do it for turn number 4. We have a new leader, Bill Elliott. All right, turn number 5. And that's going to be the bottom group 7. So we get our first look at the bottom group here, looking at the star quality. Derek Cope, the 07 Ford, has it. Needs a 3. Missed the tower. And a 5 won't cut it. Joe Milliken, racing for the 64 team today, needs a 2. And he gets a 4. That won't do it. Star. Rusty Wallace, Rookie of the Year in real life. And he gets a 2. He's going after 4 even with a 5. And that'll be enough to get him out of the bottom group. Tim Richmond, number 27 Pontiac, drops down to 28. So star. Kyle Petty needs a 3 on his pedal. He gets a 3. He's going after 6 odd, and that'll be enough to move Bobby Gerhardt, who just made it to the middle group. Now he's back to the bottom. And Harry Gant, who was had a slow qualifying, is trying to get out of the bottom group. And he's going after 5 even. A 4 is going to be enough to get Rudd. So Harry Gant moves up to 16th. Handsome Harry. Rudd moves down to 15th. So he started out at number 10 and finds himself in number 23 now. Dick May has the star. A 3 pedal. He's going after number 3 odd with a 1. And that's going to be enough to get McDuffie. So Dick May up to 13. McDuffie down to 22. Excuse me. And that's the last one with the star quality. All right, turn number 6. We hit the bottom group again, looking for 9 this time, and that's going to be the TV. We only have one TV, and that's Ricky Rudd. A 5 on his pedal. He's going after 4 even. And a 4 will be enough to move Ruttman. So Rudd moves Ruttman out of the way. He's back into the middle group. And that's the only TV, so that'll be it for turn 6. We have our first pit coming up. All right, so that's going to be a top group. 4 and 5 will switch. So Waltrip will move up 1. Rusty Wallace, Richard Petty, and Gant will move up 1. Wallace and Rudd will move down 1. And we'll do our fast pit. So Earnhardt needs a 9. Gets a 9. So Earnhardt with the chip. Labonte with an 11. Gets his fast pit. Darrell Waltrip with a 9. And he gets a 7. That'll do it. Trevor Boyes with a 6. Gets a 9. That won't cut it. Dave Marcus from Wisconsin needs a 7. Gets a 10. Dave Pearson needs a 4. And doesn't get it. And Bill Elliott needs a 10. And he gets it. So Bill Elliott, that performance chip will help him hang on to first place. So again, as I understand it, when you're doing this, you don't fill. You basically start from the very top and then go down. Whoever has a chip, you trade them with one who doesn't. And so Labonte and Marcus will change, and then Earnhardt. So that's how you do that. So that was pointed out to me by one of the comments, which I appreciate very much. As usual, if you see anything I'm missing, please say so. I'm not one of those who will be offended. I actually want to know, because these games I like to play as accurate as possible. So I think I'm getting there. But so we do our final roll to see if anybody can pass Elliott out of the pit. So 2 with a 2, and that'll be enough. And then we got an even on the roll, so they'll both get to keep their chips. So Terry Labonte, again, needing a win here to get back in the points race. Takes over first. So that was pit 7, 44, Labonte. From Texas, as I understand it. All right, so that'll do it for pit 7. We go to turn 8. And we get a bottom group 7. 7 again is the star quality. Derek Cope has the star. He has a 3 on his pedal. And he gets a 3. He's going after 2 odd with a 1. And that won't be enough to move Parsons out of the way. Joe Milliken. He has a 2 on his pedal. That won't do it. Star, 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 star. Wow, not many. That's all the stars in the bottom group. So that'll do it for turn 8. Turn number 9. 3, 6. That'll be middle group. Skill is what we're looking for. Ricky Rudd has the skill. Again, a 5 on his pedal. Gets a 4. And again, a 1's not going to beat anybody in the top group as they get that 1 bonus. Richard Petty trying to have a good race here. Again, he has a 5 because we're at a super speedway. And he gets a 5, going after 5 with a 4. 1, 2. We're looking for the skill. So he has it. So Richard Petty moves up to 6th spot. Really like to see him win a race. Dave Marcus drops down to 15. So again, skill. Harry Gant has the skill. So Harry's already moved up from the bottom. See if he can make it to the top. Oh, he rolls triples. Not good. So that's going to be a problem for Mr. Harry. He rolls a 22. Brake problem. Roll for repair. He's a B. And that's a problem. We're still in the first third of the race. So 1 to 9, he'll be able to stay in. And he does. So Harry Gant will drop down to the bottom. So we'll keep track where we're at. So on turn number 9, 33 had a problem from triples. Brake, and he had to go to the bottom. So he able to stay in the race. So poor Harry got out of the bottom group, but ended up having to go back. So again, we're looking for the skill. Phil Parsons has it. He has a 3 pedal. Gets a 6. He almost got triples. And the last one here in the middle group is Clark Dwyer. He gets a 2. He's going after 3 with a 2, and that's not enough to move Earnhardt. So let's see, that wasn't a yellow, so we'll have to see. We'll have to roll to move up here. So Mark Stahl needs a 2. Gets a 5. Schoonover needs a 3. And he gets a 2. So Schoonover will be the one moving up. I'll pause while we advance. All right, that'll do it for turn number 9. Turn 10 coming up. All right, we got a top group 10. And 10 is the reflex. We haven't had that one yet. So the reflex, those guys don't have it. Earnhardt has it. Labonte has it, so he'll need a 6 on the blue die. Earnhardt will. So he doesn't get it, and these are even. That's a 10, so they get to keep their chips. Bill Elliott with the reflex. And that is odd. He didn't get it, but that's odd, so they will lose their chips. So that's going to put Waltrip, who has the double reflex, so I think he's sitting in pretty good shape here. Again, needs a 6, so that doesn't do it. Hopefully he don't roll triples. And that doesn't do it, but he will use his performance chip to move back into first place. Labonte team down to 2nd. So that'll do it for 10. So on turn 10, Waltrip, who had the pole position to start the race. Here we'll do our Mountain Dew car here. Again, I think that was 81, 82 is when he drove this car, but there Waltrip is there nonetheless. All right, turn number 11. All right, so we get a 6, 6, or 7. So I don't have any feuds. I had quite a few last race, but they either fell off or they were, they were worked out. So I don't have any feuds from the last race. I did have one, but it was Dale Jarrett, and he's not racing today. So that'll just be a non-eventful turn 11. All right, 1-6. So back to the top group. So we're getting a good variety of groups rolls here. That's the skill. So that's the one quality that Waltrip doesn't have. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be a 4, 5, or 6. And he gets it, but however, he's got a 3 on his pedal, so that won't be enough on the red die, or actually too much. So Richard Petty with a chance to move up here. Oh, he rolls a 6. Poor Petty, man, having an awful year, and rolls a 1 on the blue to boot. So again, we're looking for the skill. David Pearson. Yeah, he was the one I was thinking of. I think he's got like 100 wins. All right. Oh, he's got it. So David Pearson, he does have 1 win in my replay, but he moves Waltrip out of the way. So on turn 12, 16, Pearson. All right, so what we're looking for again is the skill. So Earnhardt has it, and he also has a performance chip. So he'll need a 1, 2, 3, a 4, 5, or 6. And he gets a 3, so he'll have to use his chip. So Earnhardt in first place for the first time in this race. So 3, Earnhardt. Putting this in my score sheet. Okay, so Elliott has the double skill. So he's going to need a 6 on the blue die. Doesn't get it on the first try. And doesn't get it on the second. And so Terry Labonte with the skill. Again, we need a 6, and he doesn't get it. So Dale Earnhardt will hold on to first place as we finish turn number 12. Lucky 13, we got a 110, and that's going to be the top group reflex. So Waltrip has the double reflex. Earnhardt has it. So again, we're going to need a 6 to move Earnhardt out of the way. Oh, and Darrell Waltrip gets it. So Waltrip and Earnhardt going back and forth here. Got a good battle. So on turn number 13, Waltrip is back in first place for the 3rd time. So again, he has the double reflex, so they'll need a 6 to beat him. Elliott needs a blue 6, and he doesn't get it. And Labonte, again, needs a blue 6, and he doesn't get it. So Waltrip took first and able to hang on to it, and that'll do it for turn number 13. Good race going here at Talladega. Oh, we got doubles, so that's going to be trouble for somebody in the middle group. So 4 means whoever has the highest, and that's going to be David Pearson, the highest with a yellow or red triangle. But I do it at the end, so we'll see what transpires, and then whoever's in the lead will have a problem. So 8 is control. So Schoonover has control. 3 on his pedal. Ooh, he's got a yellow triangle, and he rolled a 6, so that's going to be a problem for Schoonover. 46 is smacks the walls, internal damage, roll for repair. He's an E. His pit crew is, and we're in the first third still, so he needs a 3 to stay in the race. Oh, and he gets it. How about that? So Schoonover's pit crew able to perform a miracle. So on turn 14, Schoonover had a problem from the yellow triangle. He hit the wall and moved to the bottom. All right, so didn't bring a yellow or anything, it says, so we will be able to continue here. All right, so we're looking at 8 for control. So Rusty Wallace has control, a 4 on his pedal. Gets a 5, so he's not able to try to move up. Ricky Rudd with a 5. Gets a 3. Again, a 1 beats nobody in the top group. Dave Marcus with control. He needs a 3. He going after 5 with a 4. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's going to move poor old Richard Petty. So Petty back down to 14th. Dave Marcus up to 6th. Dick May has control. He has a 3 on his pedal. Gets a 5. Ronnie Thomas has a 3 on his pedal. Gets a 6. Jeff Bodine, who's been kind of quiet, has a 5. He gets a 5. He's going after number 5 with a, so he's going to move Marcus out of the way. So Marcus moves up, but drops back down quickly, and Clark Dwyer doesn't have that. So who has the, so 4 is even. So whoever has the highest, and that's going to be poor old David Pearson, is going to have a problem. 51 is he spins, drops to the front of the bottom group. So that's still on turn 14. Number 16 has a problem from doubles and having a triangle. Spins, goes to the top of the bottom. All right, so we actually need to move up. So let's see, I put him. So that's it for turn 14. So we will, again, no yellows. So Clark Dwyer needs a 3. Doesn't get it. Dave Marcus needs a 3. And he will move up. So, and we'll see who moves up from the bottom to the middle. Actually, I need 2, I think. I do. So Mark Stahl is a 2. Gets a 3. McDuffie is a 3. Gets a 4. Ruttman is a 4. Gets a 2. So Ruttman will move up. And then Gerhardt, he has that red triangle. So if he doesn't get a 1 or 2, he's out of the race. And he is. So that'll be it for Gerhardt, is he's the second one out of the race because of the red triangle here on turn 14. So that's it for, so A.J. Foyt and Gerhardt out of the race. So Jimmy Means is a 3. He gets a 2, so he'll move up. So these guys move down. He's to the top of the bottom, and then I'll move everybody else up. All right, turn number 15. We get that duel again. We got 7, so there's nobody fuming or feuding, so an uneventful 15. We need to get somebody having a feud or fume. Would make things a bit more interesting, but unfortunately I just don't have any at the present time. We did it again. That's the 3rd time I've rolled 6, 7. All right. So we go to our second pit turn. And that's going to be the top group. So 2 and 5 will switch. So Trevor Boys moves up. Bill Elliott drops down to number 6th. Bowman and Parsons moves down. And then Kyle Petty and Neil Bonnet will move up. Neil Bonnet looking for a good race, again, as he's not had a great year. All right, so we'll check our fast pit. Dave Marcus needs a 7. Gets a 7. Bill Elliott needs a 10. Gets a 7. Jeff Bodine, 8. 7. Earnhardt, 9. Gets an 8. Trevor Boys needs a 6. And he gets a 10, so he won't get it. Labonte needs an 11. Gets an 8. And then Darrell Waltrip needs a 9. And he gets a 10. Ooh, that's going to hurt him. All right, so Earnhardt. So this one's going to work out kind of because he's the only one without one. He's the only one that can get moved. So Trevor Boys has a bad pit, gets bumped all the way down, and then we'll see who will take over here because Waltrip's pretty sure going to lose it. So we get number 2 with a 2, and Dale Earnhardt will keep his chip and move back into first place. Waltrip down to 3rd. So that would be pit 17. So Earnhardt back into first place for the 2nd time. All right. We are turned 18 into our second half or third of the race. And that's going to be a 6-8, so at least we got an 8 this time. So that's the number 6 cars in the middle group. Jimmy Means is going to go after Thomas. He's got a 9 escape here at Alabama International Speedway. We don't have any adjustments. So he's gonna try it. So he needs a 3, and he gets it. So Jimmy Means able to move Ronnie Thomas. Thomas needs an 8 to escape, and he doesn't get it. So we've got a feud going now. So Means gets a performance chip. So 52 and 41 are feuding. All right, and then we got Ruttman. He's going to go after Clark Dwyer. Again, if he rolls a 6, he's in trouble, and he gets a 5, so he's not going to be able to get it. He escapes on a 7, and he doesn't escape. So how about that? So that's going to cause a yellow. So that'll be 18, and then 19 will be our first yellow lap. And so when I say somebody fails and then gets that, they are fuming. So they're not feuding with anybody in particular, but they're fuming, and that's kind of one of the things that you can have results out of. So we will do that. All right, so that was trouble. So E, and we are in the second. So Ronnie Thomas needs a 5 to stay in the race. And he gets an 8, so that'll be it for his day. And Joe Ruttman needs a 5 as well, and he's out too. So both of those fellows will be out. So both of those feuds and fume will carry over to the next race. Again, I carry them over for 1, and then if they're not resolved, then that they fall off. All right, so 41, he lost a duel on turn 18, and then 98 fail a duel on turn 18 as well. So 2 more drivers out of the race. So that's yellow, so everybody's just going to move up automatically. All right, turn number 20. And that's doubles again. So top group 6, we're looking for skill. Put my little black pawn there so I remember to see who has the problem. All right, we're looking 6 is skill. Trevor Boys has the skill. So Earnhardt has it, so you're going to need a 6 to beat him on the blue die. And that won't do it. Let's see. Elliott has the double skill. So again, we need a 6. He didn't get it. So this second one is the one I'll use to see if they lose their chips or not. So he didn't get it, but 9 is an odd number, so they will lose their chips. So that'll help the next drivers here. So Bodine doesn't have the skill. Neither does Waltrip. So Labonte, again, needs a 6. He doesn't get it, but he will use his chip. So Labonte will be in first place for the second time today. Here on turn 20. 44. Again, Labonte needing to get his act together here if he's going to win the points like he did in 84. All right, so we did that. We got to see who has the trouble. So that's odd. So the lowest person with a triangle, and that's Terry Schoonover at the very bottom. So see what problem Schoonover has. 41. Battery change dropped to the front of the bottom group. So he's already in the bottom. Let's see, there's an asterisk there. Driver already in the bottom group, moved to the end of the group, not the front. So he's already there. So he didn't lose anything. All right, so that'll do it for turn 20. Turn 21. Top group 7. That's going to be the star quality. Let's see. Labonte has the star, so you're going to need a 6, but we got some chips there, so he's in trouble. So he doesn't get it, so Dave Marcus will use his performance chip. Move Labonte down to 6th. So here on turn 21, that's the first time Marcus has been in first place. Driving the 75 Pontiac. All right, so what are we looking for? 7 is the star. So Elliott has the star. So he needs a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5, or 6 to beat Marcus. He gets a 4. That won't do it. Bodine doesn't have the star, and he's the only one with a chip left. So that's good for Marcus. Waltrip has the star, and again, we need a 5 or 6. Not good enough for Waltrip. And Earnhardt has the star, 5 or 6. And he won't do it either. So that'll do it for turn 21 as Dave Marcus hangs on to first. We got Earnhardt in second place, Darrell Waltrip in third, Jeff Bodine in fourth with a performance chip. Bill Elliott, trying to win his 5th race in a row, is in 5th place. Terry Labonte, trying to make up some ground in the points, is number 6. Then Trevor Boys comes in at number 7. So turn 22. And that's going to be a bottom group 8. We got doubles again, so we're clearing out those triangle fellas. 8 is control. Schoonover has the control, a 3 on his pedal. A 4 will not do it. Gant has double control. Again, he got dropped down. He had a brake problem from rolling triples at turn 9 and has been hanging out there in the bottom since then. So we'll see if he can get out of here. He rolls a 6 on the red die, so that's not going to do it. But he does have double control, so he'll get another chance. So he's going after number 6 even with a 2. And that'll be enough to get Pearson. So he could have, if he'd have done that twice, he could have moved all the way up to the top group. But as it is, he'll move poor old David Pearson down to 35th and move up to 18th. So again, we're looking for control here. Control, control. So Connie Saylor has the control, but he has that red triangle. So anything but a 1 or 2 on the red die. And he is out of the race. So Connie Saylor will be our 5th driver to exit this race with the red triangle here at turn 22. That red triangle's the kiss of death. Ron Bouchard been kind of quiet today. He has a 4 on his pedal, and he's going after 6 even with a 2. That's not enough to move Handsome Harry. Buddy Arrington, 67 Chrysler. He's going after 3 even. Terry May with a 4, so that'll be enough to move Dick May, So Buddy Arrington moves up to number 12. Dick May, the 35 Ford, drops down to 27. Okay, so we're looking for control here. Dick Brooks has it, a 4 on his pedal. Oh, he rolls triples, so that's going to be a problem for poor Dick Jones, or Dick Brooks, A 21 is a cut tire, causes wreck, out of the race, yellow flag. So that's so when you get a yellow, as I understand it, that stops the rest of the checks. So 90 is out, and then we do have the rest of the challenges you don't do. All right, so he rolled triples. Brooks didn't he? So he had a problem from triples. He had a cut tire and a yellow, so that'll be 22 and 23. So that's our second turn with the yellow flag. So he was out on turn 22. All right, so that's it for books. And let's see who has the problem. So 4 is whoever has the highest with a triangle. That's going to be Mark Stahl. 14 is a cut tire to the end of the bottom group. All right, so here on turn 22, 82 had a problem from doubles and being a triangle. A cut tire goes to the bottom. All right, so these are, I'll reshuffle these. These are all yellow, so. All right, so that was a crazy turn. Turn number 24 coming up. We get a top group 4. 4 is the smart quality. Trevor Boys has the smart. Marcus does not have the smart, so a 3 or a 4, 5, or 6 will move him out of the way, and a 3 will not do it. Labonte has the double smart, so he's in good shape. A 1 won't do it, and a 4 will do it. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So Labonte will move up into first, but not for long, I don't think. So on turn 24, Labonte back in first place for the 3rd time today. All right, so we got, what are we looking for? The smart quality. So Elliott does not have that quality. Bodine has it twice, and he has a chip. So he's in good shape. Need a 6. So he doesn't get it. Trying to save his chip if he can. Doesn't get it. So he'll have to use his performance chip. So Jeff Bodine is in first for the first time today. Let's see, that was number 5. Bodine has had a decent year. He's in 6th place. He's had 2 wins. So he's quietly had a decent season. Again, he's in 6th place with the points. All right, 4, we're looking for smart. Waltrip has the smart. He has the double smart. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Waltrip needs a 5 or a 6. And he gets it. So how about that? Bodine not in first long. Waltrip back up there. So 11, Waltrip. And Earnhardt does not have the smart quality. That's the only one he doesn't have. So that'll do it for turn 24. We have a new leader in Darrell Waltrip. So we got a good one going here. These guys battling in the front. All right, 6, 9. So that'll be a duel. 9 is the number 5 cars in the middle group. So Bowman, he's got the red triangle, so he is not going to chance that. Phil Parsons, he's not much better. He's got a 3 on his pedal and an 8 escape. He's going to try it. He's going to go after Clark Dwyer. So 1, 2, or 3, and he doesn't get it. So that's going to be a fail. His escape is 8, and he's able to escape. So just no worse off for the wear. So that'll do it for turn 25. Turn 26 coming up. And that's a middle group 8. 8 is the control. J.D. McDuffie, number 7, the Pontiac. He gets a 4. That's too high. His pedal's a 3. What are we looking for? 8, control. So Harry Gant has the double control, so he could really move up here. So a 1, however, beats nobody in the top group. Try one more time. Now that's going to do it. So a 4, that's going to move Bill Elliott down. So how about that? Harry Gant busting up Bill Elliott. Moves Elliott down to 18th. Harry Gant is number 5 in points. He has 2 wins. All right, so again, we're looking for the control here. Rusty Wallace has it. His pedal is a 4. A 5 will not do it. Ricky Rudd, he gets a 3, and he's going after 2 with a 2. And a 2 will not cut it. Bodine has the control. Richard Petty looking to get back up in the top group. So he gets a 4. He's going after 2 with a 3. And that is enough to move Bodine. So Richard Petty moves Bodine. So Bodine drops all the way from 1st down to 13th. Richard Petty up to 3rd. And again, we're looking for the control. So Arrington is a 3. And he's going after number 2 with a 4. 1, 2, 3. So Petty doesn't stay there long. Poor Richard moved down to 12. Buddy Arrington up to 3rd. And Means has the control and a chip to go with it. So he's going after number 6 with a 3. And that's going to be enough. So he's able to move Trevor Boys and hang on to his performance chip. And Dwyer doesn't have it. So that will do it for turn 26. We got our 3rd pit coming up. So 5 is you check everybody. So 3 and 6 trade places. Jimmy Means is moving up there. 3 and 6. Yeah, so when you get a 5, everybody gets a chance to do the fast pit. All right, so Bodine's an 8. Gets a 3. Richard Petty's an 8. Gets a 3. Bowman is a 2, and you have to have or you lose. He's out of the race with that red. Yep, so Jerry Bowman, that red triangle gets you. So he gets the red triangle. He was doing a fast pit on pit 27. So Bowman out of the race. His pit crew not able to fix him up. All right, Parsons is a fast pit 6. He gets a 7. 6 for Rusty Wallace, and he gets a 5, so he's able to do it. Ricky Rudd with an 8. Gets a 3. McDuffie with a 3. Gets a 7. That won't do it. Bill Elliott with a 10. Gets an 8. Kyle Petty with a 6. Gets a 3. So a lot of people getting the fast pit here. Neil Bonnet with an 8. Gets a 6. Trevor Boyes with a 6. Gets a 4. Wow. Clark Dwyer needs a 4. Gets a 10. That won't do it. Labonte 11. Gets a 10. So his pit crew barely gets it done. Dave Marcus with a 7. Gets a 5. Harry Gant with a 10. Gets a 9. Jimmy Means with a 4. Gets it. So that's 2 chips for Jimmy Means. Man, he's coming on strong. Buddy Arrington with a 5. He doesn't get it. 9 for Dale Earnhardt. And he gets it. And then Darrell Waltrip with a 9. Really needs this. And he doesn't get it. So that's going to hurt. All right. So, again, Buddy Arrington's the only one without a chip. So he's going to basically just move up because there's nobody else to trade with. All right. So Dwyer. So you keep moving. The first one doesn't have a chip. So that switches. So then we start changing up a little. All right. Now we didn't have a yellow. So Alexander's needs a 3 to move up. Doesn't get it. Ooh, Combs needs a 2 or he's out of the race. And he's out of the race. Richmond needs a 4. He gets it. So Richmond will be the one moving up. All right, the last thing we need to do is see if anybody moves Waltrip, which is probably going to happen. So that's number 5 with a 1, and Labonte does. And he won't need to use his chip. So here on, that would be pit 27, Labonte back in first. All right, so I'll move everybody up here, down here in the bottom group. All right, that'll do it for pit 27. Turn 28 coming up. We got Labonte in first, Dale Earnhardt in second, Jimmy Means, who has been kicking some butt, finds himself in third with 2 performance chips, Harry Gant in fourth, Dave Marcus in fifth, Darrell Waltrip has dropped to sixth, and Buddy Harrington 7th. So turn 28. So that's bottom group 3, and a 3 is a star. Add problem result at the end of turn after challenges are complete. All right, so we got a problem we'll have to do here. All right, so 3 again, we're looking for star. All right, star. David Pearson has it. He's got a 4 pedal, and he's going after number 4 odd with a 5, and that's enough, but Bodine has a chip, so he'll hang on and wave off Pearson. Derek Cope, the 07 Ford, has the star. He's going after 2 even with a 3, and that's enough, so Petty will have to use his performance chip. Joe Milliken is a 2, and he gets a 6. He's got the yellow triangle, so that's going to be a problem for Milliken. 62 is a clutch problem roll for repair. He is a D. We're in the second third, so a 3 he'll hang in there. And he gets a 4, so not able to do it. So 64X has the yellow clutch on turn 28. So that'll do it for Milliken. We didn't do Combs. 97. He had the red triangle on turn 20, or on pit 27. He was doing a fill. Okay. Where were we? So we're doing the star quality. No star. Dick May has the star, a 3 pedal. Gets a 4. That won't do it. And that's the last one with a star. So we got to see who has the problem. Now that was going to have to be done by the finder. So a 64 in the bottom group is driver number 22. And there is no 22. They're all gone. So that will be no problem for the bottom group then. Mark Stoll, you got 31 drivers left, and that'll do it for turn 28. 29 coming up. 3, that's a middle group 6, and that's the skill. Tim Richmond with the skill and a 4 pedal. Oh, that's going to move Buddy Arrington out of the way. So Tim Richmond, I believe that's the first time he's been in the top group. He's been kind of quiet today. So again, 6 is the skill. Clark Dwyer, a 3 on his pedal, gets a 6, too high. Phil Parsons needs a 3, or has a 3. He gets a 2. He's going after number 2 with a 4, and that's going to be enough. So Jimmy Means will have to burn one of his performance chips. Skill. Richard Petty with the skill. His pedal is a 5 here at a super speedway, and he rolls a 6. Man, that's just the way his season has been. Ricky Rudd with the skill. His pedal is a 5. He gets a 3. He's going after 5. So that'll be enough to move Waltrip. So Waltrip drops down to 12th, and Rudd will hang on to his chip. Elliott has the double skill, so this could be interesting. All right, so he gets a 5, which is good, going after number 3 with a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's enough to get Gant. 8 is even, so they get to keep their chips. So Harry Gant drops down. Elliott back up into 4th place. And Trevor Boys with the skill. And he gets a 5, and that's too high on his pedal. He's going after 3. They roll an 8. And so they get to keep their chips because that's even. And that'll do it for turn 29. So Elliott back in 4th place. Turn number 30. And that's going to be the middle group 6. We got a problem for some poor triangle. 6 is the skill again. Clark Dwyer has a 3 pedal. Gets a 5. That's too much. Phil Parsons with the skill. He has a 3 pedal as well. He gets a 3. However, a 1 beats nobody in the top group. Richard Petty, another crack at it here. Okay, he's going after 4 with a 2. 1, 2, that's not enough. They both have a chip. 6 is even, so they'll get to keep their chips. Harry Gant with the skill, 5 pedal. And he gets a 6, so that won't do it. And Trevor Boys, he has a 3 pedal. And he gets a 4. He's going after number 6. Oh, so he can use his chip. So Trevor Boys will move up to 7. Richmond down to 8. And then we will see who has the problem. So 3 is the lowest one with that, and that's Mark Stahl. 56. Let's see. Lost engine, out of the race, yellow flag. So that'll be it for turn 30. 31 will be a yellow. That's our 3rd yellow. Not too many yellows today. No wrecks so far. The trouble at Alabama is 11 and 12. And he's at the very bottom, so he's not going to have to move anybody up. And so that will move us up to turn 32. All right. So we get a bottom group 6. 6 is the skill, so we're hitting that skill pretty good. Dave Pearson with a 4 on his pedal. He gets a 4, going after 2 even with a 5, and that's going to be enough to move Petty. So David Pearson, after spinning and dropping to the bottom on turn 14, moves back up to the middle group. Okay, Randy Baker with the skill. He's got a 2 pedal. Oh, he rose triples, so that's going to be a problem for Baker. He's a 54. Bump from the side, internal damage, roll for repair. He's an E, and we're in the middle group, so he is out of the race. So 87. He had a problem from triples. Let's see, 54 was bumped on turn 32. So that'll be it for Baker. The 11th race driver to be knocked out of the race. So again, we're looking for skill here. Jeff Hooker has the skill, a 2 pedal. Gets a 3. Too high. Greg Sachs with a 3 pedal. And he has the yellow triangle, rolls a 6. So that's going to be a problem for Sachs. 31 is handling problems, roll for repair. He's an E. We're in the middle third, so that's it for Sachs. So 51 had a problem because of the yellow 6. Handling on turn 32. So that's 2 we've lost here in the bottom group. All right, so Ron Bouchard with the skill. He's got a 4 pedal. And he's going after 1 even with a 5, and that's going to be enough. So Bouchard moves Tim Richmond all the way down to 24. Lake Speed, who's been kind of quiet today, has a 4. He's going after 3 odd with a 5, which is enough, but Rusty Wallace has a chip, so he'll hold him off. Bobby Allison, who's been really quiet today, he rolls a 6, so on his pedal, too high, and Mike Alexander with a 3. He gets a 2, going after number 1 even with a 4, and that's going to be enough. So Mike Alexander, Bouchard not able to hang up there long. All right, so move everybody up here. Not too many on that one. And that'll do it. So we go to turn 33. Actually, was that 33? Yeah, it was. That was 32. So 33. All right, top group 10. 10 is the reflex. Red with the reflex, so you need a 6 to beat Labonte. And, oh, he rose triples. And, again, you can't use your chip to do problems. So Ricky Rudd with a problem here. He gets a 44. Oil pressure, roll for repair. He's a B. And we are just barely in the middle group. So 1 to 7, he'll be able to stay in the race. And he rolls a 7, so he gets a problem. He'll lose his chip having to drop to the bottom. So on turn 33, 15 has a problem from triples. And he goes to the bottom. All right, so we're looking for the reflex. And again, you need a 6. That wasn't a yellow, so we'll keep going. He gets a 6, but he's got a 5 on his pedal, and his pedal is 3. We've got even on the die, so they both get to keep their chip. Elliott with the reflex can need a 6, and he doesn't get it. And 3 is odd, so they both will lose their chip, so that's going to bode well for these last 2 guys. Jimmy Means has a 3 on his pedal. Gets a 4, but he will use his chip. So Means is just really getting some luck here. So let's see. That's turn 33, 52. That's the first time Means has been in first place. And then, again, we're looking for reflex. Earnhardt has it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. And he gets a 6, but he got a 6 on his red, so that won't do it. So Earnhardt will have to use his performance chip. So Earnhardt takes over Means, who wasn't in first very long. So Earnhardt looking for his third. Again, he's third in points. All right, so we didn't do yellow. So Mike Alexander has a 3, and he moves up. Ron Bouchard has a 4, and he moves up. So we'll move everybody up. Turn 34 coming up. We are officially in the last third of the race. We got a top group 7. 7 is the star. Marcus has the star, so Earnhardt, you need a 6, but Marcus has the chip. So he doesn't get a 6, but he does have the chip, so he will move Earnhardt out of the way. So here on turn 34, Marcus, that's the second time Marcus has been in the lead. So Elliott has the star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 is needed, and he gets it. So Bill Elliott back in first place. And Labonte has the star, so you're going to need a 6 to knock him out. No good. And Johnny Means doesn't have the star, so that'll do it. So turn 34 in the books. Bill Elliott back in the lead. Again, looking for win number 5. All right, turn 35. Top group 9. 9 is the TV. The only TV we have is Labonte. Elliott's a TV. So Labonte needs a blue 6. No good. So that'll do it for turn 35. That's a rather uneventful one. All right, turn 36. And that's a bottom group 8. Well, bottom group 8. 8 is the control. Ricky Rudd. Again, Ricky had a problem and moved to the bottom last couple turns. He rolls a 6, so that's not going to get him anywhere. 3 for Schoonover. He gets a 1. He's going after number 2 odd with a 4. 1, 2, and that's enough. So 2 odd. So poor Darrell Waltrip drops all the way down to 27th. Waltrip second in points, not doing well here with Elliott in the lead. All right, so we're looking for control. Dick May has it, a 3 on his pedal, gets a 6. Lake Speed, a 4 on his pedal. He's going after 1 odd with a 5, and that'll be enough to move David Pearson back down. He's been up and down quite a bit today. And then Allison has the double control, so he'll get a couple cracks. So he's going after 4 odd with a 4, and so he will move up 1, and he gets another chance. Again, his pedal's a 5. Oh, he's going after 2 with a 6. How about that? Bobby Allison moves all the way up from the bottom to number 3rd. So Allison's been quiet today. Must be playing possum back there, but he makes his move and moves all the way up in the 3rd. So Bobby Allison was the points leader in 83. He's 10th in my points so far. He doesn't have a victory, but that moves him up quite a bit. So that was exciting. All right, pit number 37. All right, top group 12. Now that's going to be, when you have doubles, that's a pit violation. And so let's see who that was. Number 6, and that's Mike Alexander. So he will drop down to the bottom with a pit violation. So that would be pit 37, 71, pit violation to the bottom. All right, so let's see what's left here. Who has the fast pit? Trevor Boyce is a 6. Gets an 8. I won't do it. 9 for Earnhardt. and he gets a 12. That won't do it. 7 for Marcus, and he gets a 7. Allison with an 8, gets a 12. That won't do it. 4 for Means, and he gets it. So Means getting his pit crew coming through. 10 for Elliott, and he gets an 8. So Marcus will move up. So we don't have a yellow. So let's see if anybody takes over here. So number 3 with a 6. So a 6 won't do it. So Elliott will stay in front. Bonnet is a 5. See if he can move up. He does. And then Parsons is a 3. And he doesn't. Pearson is a 4. Nope. May is a 3. Nope. Richmond is a 4. Nope. Out. Hooker is a 2. Nope. Cope is a 3. Nope. Petty is a 3. And Petty will do it. I don't think I've ever went that far without getting somebody to move up. So that'll do it for pit 37. Move everybody up. All right, see if we can get our man Waltrip here up higher. And he started in the pole position, finds himself number 26 right now. And we go to turn number 38. Bottom group 9. So that'll give Waltrip a chance, hopefully. 9 is the reflex. Ricky Rudd has it. He's got a 5 pedal. And he's going after number 3 odd with a 5. And that's going to be enough to move Bodine. So Bodine drops back to the bottom. Waltrip has the double reflex, so he could move up quick here. Oh, how about that? 3 odd. So he will move Rudd right away. And then he has the double one, so he has a chance to move up again. Again, a 5 pedal. And he gets a 5. He's going after number 2 with a 4, which is enough, but Marcus has the chip, so he's able to hold off Darrell. DW, as they call him. So, again, we're looking for the reflex. I must have re-rolled, moved that. Yeah, I had a 10. I know it was 10. I must have hit it. All right, so we're doing the reflex. Tim Richmond with the reflex is a 4 pedal. Gets a 5. That won't do it. He's the last one in the bottom group with the reflex. So that'll do it for turn 38. Turn 39. Top group 7. And that's our star quality. Elliott has the star, so you need a 5 or a 6 to beat him on the blue die. That won't do it. We rolled evens, so he'll get to both keep their chips. Earnhardt with the star. Again, you need a 6. And he doesn't get it. Marcus with the star. Not good enough, and that's the last one with the star. So Elliott will hang in the first. 39 down. Number 40 coming up. Top group 8. So Elliott's being challenged here. That's the control. Trevor Boys has the control, as does Elliott. So again, he needs a blue 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, need a 6. So he doesn't get it. Control Dale Earnhardt. Doesn't get a 6. Allison has double control. Nope. Nope. Dave Marcus with the control. Again, need a 6 here. Nope. Means has the control. He gets a 6, but his 5, his pedal is a 3. Rolled a 5, that's too high. However, we do have odds, so they both will lose their chip, and that'll hurt Elliott. So Means challenges him. Elliott has to use what he's got, but he will hang on to first. So he's been in first now since 34. So if he can make it to 44, he'll get a chip, a bonus chip. All right, turn 41. Bottom group 12, and we got doubles. 12 is trouble. All right. Again, there's no adjustment here on the escape. So Parsons is an 8. Our first wreck today. He makes it with a 6. Pearson is an 11. Gets a 7. He's good. 9 for Dick May. And he's a 10, so Dick May will be collected. Tim Richmond's a 5. Gets an 8, so he's collected. Jeff Hooker, an 11. Gets an 8. A 3 for Derek Cope. And he gets a 5, so he'll be collected. So that'll give us 2 yellow turns. 10 for Ricky Rudd. He barely escapes with a 10. 8 for Jeff Bodine. Gets a 5. And Mike Alexander with an 8. It gets an 8, so he barely escapes. So we got 3 guys collected here in our first wreck of the race, here in the bottom group. So that's turn 41. We got a wreck in the bottom group. And we got 35, 27, and 07. So we'll see if they make it in the race. So that'll be 41, and then 42 and 3 will be yellows. All right, so we got trouble. D, we're in the final third, so Dick May needs a 4, and he will be collected. Or he will be out of the race, I mean. So he's out on the wreck on turn 41. So that's it for Dick May today. D4 for Richmond. Needs a 4. He rolled a 5, so that'll be it for Richmond. They're not able to patch him up back together again. And then lastly, Cope is a D as well, so he needs a 4 as well. And that's it for Cope. So all 3 of them. So we got 3 wreck, 3 out. And we got our yellow, so we go to turn 44. Oh, we got a problem. So 6 is the highest triangle in the race. And that's Schoonover. Schoonover gets a 65. Black Smoke, roll for repair. He's an E, and that'll do it for Schoonover. So they're dropping like flies here. So he had a problem. He had doubles, and he's a triangle. Smoke on turn 41. So that's it for Schoonover. So that wasn't a yellow. So let's see if Phil Parsons can move up. Nope. David Pearson with a 4. Yep, so Pearson will move up. Okay, turn number 45. We got middle group 9. 9 is the TV. We only got 1 there, and that's Labonte with a 5 pedal. He gets a 2 going after number 3 with a 5, and that will be enough to get Allison. So Allison is kind of rooting for him, but he's going to be knocked off by Labonte. So that's it for that turn, 45. So 46. And that's going to be a dual 8. Number 6 car in the middle. So let's see. He's going to go after Wallace. He's going to try it. So he's got a 3. And he fails. And 8 is his escape. And he escapes, so no harm done. Kyle Petty, he's going to go after Lake Speed. And he fails. His escape's an 8. And he barely escapes. So they both try and fail, but both of them are able to avert disaster. We've got our last pit coming up. All right, top group 3. So 1 and 2 switch. And we will do the fast pit here. So that's going to not bode well for Elliott again. We got 3 turns to go after this one. Him looking for his 5th race and a win in a row. So the fast pit is 8 for Bonnet. Gets a 9, no good. 6 for Boys. Gets a 9, no good. 9 for Earnhardt. 11, no good. 11 for Labonte. Gets a 9. So Labonte with a chip. Jimmy Means with a 4. Gets a 3. Man, I've been getting a lot of those guys with the low fast pits coming through. 7 for Marcus. He gets a 2. And then Elliott needs this one, a 10. And he gets a 5. So his pit crew comes through. So Bonnet will switch with Earnhardt. Petty will switch with Wallace. Wallace will switch with Gant. And then we'll see if anybody can overtake Elliott out of the pits. So 6 with a 6, not good enough. Earnhardt, obviously that 6 never works. And he's been, oh, wow. So that's it for this. And Elliott has been in first place since turn 34. So actually back to 44. He should have got a performance chip for that. So that gives Elliott 2 chips going into the last 3 turns. So this is unbelievable. I'm glad I recorded this so you guys know I'm not cheating. All right, Bill Elliott, 3 turns to go, looking for win number 5 in a row. Can he do it? All right, so we're going into turn 48. We got middle group 4. That's going to be a problem for some poor triangle. 4 is the smart quality. Cal Petty has the smart. He's got a 3 pedal. 4 is too high. Buddy Arrington has a 3 pedal. 5, oh, he rode triple, so that's going to be a problem for Arrington. 46 smacks the wall, internal damage. He's a D, and we're in the last third, so he's out of the race. So 67 had a problem from triples. Hit the wall. We're in turn 48. So that'll be it for Harrington's day. All right, we're looking for the smart quality. McDuffie has it. He's a 3. Okay, he's going after number 5 with a 3. 1, 2, and that's enough. So McDuffie moves Trevor Boys into the middle group. 4 is smart, so Dwyer with a 3. Gets a 4. That's too high. Bobby Allison, who just got bumped down, looking to get back up. He gets a 5, which is good. He's going after number 1 with a 4. 1, 2, that's enough, but Marcus has the chip. So that's going to help Elliott quite a bit. Them guys losing their chips. All right, so again, we're looking for smart. Waltrip has it. He's got a 3, going after number 6 with a 5. 1, 2, 3. And he does. So Darrell Waltrip busting up Earnhardt there. Moves Earnhardt back down to 12th. Waltrip back in the top group. And again, we're looking for smart. So Lake Speed with the smart. He's got a 4 on his pedal. He gets a 4. He's going after number 4 with a 5. And that's enough. But Bonnet has the chip. Again, that's helping Elliott. Smart, Harry Gant has the smart. He rose triples. Oh, again, you can't use the chip for a problem. So Harry Gant with a problem. 53, handling issue, rolls for repair. He's a B. And 1 to 4, he'll be able to stay in. And he is out. So how about that? Harry Gant. And that hurts. Harry Gant is 5th in points. Not performed great lately. So that's triples. And he is out on turn 48. So that's it for Mr. Gant. And again, we're looking for smart. Petty doesn't have that quality. So 2 is the highest triangle in the race. And the only one left is Pearson. Oh, I'm sorry, J.D. McDuffie. Yep, poor J.D. too. Man, he worked all that up to get up and ends up with a problem. 65, black engine under hood, roll for repair. He's an E, and that'll be it for McDuffie. So 70 is out with a problem. We had doubles, and he's a poor triangle. Smoke. Turn 48. All right, wow. They're dropping like flies here at the end, so I don't think we had any yellows. So Richard Petty is a 5, and he's able to move up. So we'll go ahead and just hang with it here because I got quite a few that should come up to the middle group. Matter of fact, if not all of them. Hooker's a 2, so he will move up. Rudd is a 5. He moves up. Bodine's a 5. He moves up. Alexander, oh, that's it. So I don't think I've ever had it where there was nobody left in the bottom group. All right. So that's turn 48. 49 coming up. Got 2 to go. Elliott's in the lead with 2 chips. So it's looking good for Elliott. Top group 5. 5 is the heat. We haven't had the heat yet. And Elliott doesn't have the heat, but he does have 1 chip. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So a 5 or 6. And he gets a 4. So that's not enough. Waltrip has the double heat. So again, a 5 or 6. And that doesn't do it. And that doesn't do it. Dang it. I was hoping we could knock off some of those chips. All right, Dale Bonnet with the heat. 4. That doesn't do it. Labonte with the heat. 4. That doesn't do it. And Dave Marcus is the last one to try to knock off one of those chips. And he gets a 5, but he gets a 6 on the red. So that won't do it either. So Elliott will go into the last turn with 2 chips. Here we go. We get top group 7. So at least the top group's challenging here. We got the star. Petty has the double star. Again, Elliott has 2 chips, 5 or 6. And so that doesn't do it. So again, when there's 1 chip ahead, so how I play it, if one driver has 2 chips and one has 1, that it's the same as if he has 1 and he has none. So I play that he's up 1. So again, Richard Petty not able to do anything, so nothing happens there. If you guys play that differently, feel free to say so. So 7 is star, so Darrell Waltrip with the star. Again, so he has the star, so you need a 6 on this one. No going. Neil Bonnet. Again, you need a blue 6. Nope. Labonte, blue 6. Nope. And Dave Marcus. Nope. Bill Elliott has won his 5th race in a row. So, again, if I missed something that caused him not to win, I don't think I did, but again, be sure to say so, because winning 5 races in a row, that seems pretty rare. But there you have it. So Waltrip, he'll end up with 12 points, so he's not doing too bad. Dale Earnhardt, he was in first place, so he'll end up with 7 points. Of course, Elliott will end up with 20. Labonte will end up with 12. Harry Gant, he'll end up with just 1. I don't think he ever led. Nope. So Harry Gant, Jeff Bodine, the 6th driver. Let's see, Bodine. He'll end up with 7 points. So Richard Petty. Petty, I don't think he ever did lead, so he'll end up with 10 points. So there you have it. If everything was done as I thought it was, looks like Bill Elliott has won his 5th race in a row. And if he doesn't stop, he'll be running away with this points. He won 4 races in real life, so him winning 5, is not inconceivable, but he'd have to, not win any more. But Bill Elliott is just killing it. So anyway, appreciate any comments. Good, bad, or indifferent. I always like that. And again, if there's something I missed, when I do these on video, quite often I do miss some things. So I obviously want to do this as accurately as possible. So feel free to point those out. I do appreciate that. And any other comments, let me know if you've ever had anybody win 5 races in a row. I did mention this on Facebook and got a few comments, but if any of you guys have had, a streak like that, let me know. And I'll talk to you. See you next time.